pregnancy, many parents are faced with the difficult task of determining how to ensure their baby stays healthy. Although some diseases are genetic, certain choices you make during pregnancy can affect your child's health later on in life. These decisions range from what you choose to eat, your mental health, and stability. I decided to speak with Dr. Sarah Evans to give expecting parents some tips to ensure that they maintain a healthy pregnancy. The first question is, why is it important for pregnant women to choose their products carefully?
Sure. So pregnancy is what we consider to be a window of susceptibility, where exposure to certain environmental factors can be more harmful, in this case, to the developing fetus. And so we know that there are chemicals, for example, in personal care products that pregnant people might put on their bodies that can get into the body and actually cross the placenta or interfere with hormones in the body, and that way affect the developing child. So one example would be a lot of the chemicals that we study here at Mount Sinai have been shown to interfere with thyroid hormone, for example. And thyroid hormone is really important during pregnancy for healthy development of a baby's brain. So it's really important for pregnant people to think about the products that they're using in their homes and putting on their bodies during pregnancy.
Thank you. And kind of as a follow-up, do you have certain recommendations that you would give to expectant parents to create the healthiest environment possible during pregnancy?
Yeah, sure. So the good news is that a lot of the chemicals that we're concerned about that are in our everyday products that we use in our homes leave the body really quickly. And so if you change your product use or use fewer products, you can really rapidly reduce your exposures and also the baby's exposure during pregnancy. So you can choose, for example, products that don't contain fragrance. So fragrance or perfume in personal care products actually can consist of hundreds of different chemicals. And we've shown that some of those, like a particular class of chemicals called phthalates, can interfere with hormones in the body. And like I said, that can affect the health of the developing baby. So choosing fragrance-free products and not using air fresheners, using fewer types of cosmetics during pregnancies, those can help to reduce your exposure. And we also recommend other simple steps like improving the air quality inside your home by using ventilation, opening windows to let fresh air in, using fans when you cook and in the bathroom. Another really easy step that people can take to reduce chemical exposures is to reduce the presence of dust in the home. So a lot of chemicals inside the home can settle into dust. And so by using a wet mop or a wet microfiber cleaning cloth or a vacuum with a HEPA filter and cleaning up dust, you can reduce a lot of your exposures.
And then how can a parent's mental health affect the health of their baby, and what recommendations would you have for expecting parents in this regard?
Yeah, that's a great question. So pregnancy can be a really stressful time. And so we actually consider stress to be a hormone disruptor. It can have a lot of physical effects on the body. And we've seen that stress can actually interact with chemical exposures and things like air pollution to worsen health outcomes. So getting enough sleep during pregnancy is really important. Eating a healthy, balanced diet, taking time for yourself. Those are all ways that pregnant people should really focus on having a healthy pregnancy.
And for new parents who may want to decorate a nursery or add a room to their home for their new child, what would you recommend in regards to having a safe experience in terms of exposures?
Sure. So doing construction or renovation of any kind during pregnancy can really put the developing child at risk. So we recommend against pregnant people being around construction or renovations. Things like painting a nursery can add volatile organic carbons or VOCs to the air and pollute the indoor air. Exposure to dust can also be hazardous. We also want to caution any individual with a small child from doing renovations in a home that may have lead paint. So that's usually like a home that's built before 1978 may have lead paint, and we know that lead is very toxic to the developing nervous system.
Do you think it would be a viable option if parents still wanted to decorate a nursery, if they were able to move out of their home for a few months while the renovations were taking place, and would going back expose them to the same chemicals that they would be exposed to if they were there during the renovations?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, typically if renovations or construction need to be done, we recommend that the pregnant person not be in the vicinity. So leaving the home for a period of time to allow it to air out is a good option. So anytime any construction or renovations are occurring, making sure that the home is properly ventilated, and making sure that dust is cleaned up before you return to the home is recommended.